Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stupid Media Podcast number one. I'm here with my friend Lane. That's all I'm going to
What's
say.
up?
His identity is whatever. You've seen me before if you've seen my channel. So, just an overview, real quick, because this is video one. We're just going to talk about whatever, have a good time, whatever. We may bring in a topic later on. But right now, it's just unscripted, so we're going to roll with it. So, Lane, what's something that pisses you off?
That's something that pisses me off.
What, hearing your clicking in the background?
I'm just messing around with the voice effects. Nah, the bad drivers. What does this one do? Hold up a second. Alright, I got something for you. How do I sound?
That's great.
I don't believe you. Hold up, this has to be. Wait a second.
Well, hello there,
Okay,
Mr. Robot Man.
I'm done messing with that. What was the question? How do you figure out?
No, you already answered it. I said it more in a joking way, and I was like, "What pisses you off?" And you were just like, "That pisses me off." And then you kind of, yeah, I got the question I wanted, the answer I wanted. I answered to my question. I'm not used to podcasting, so if I mumble a lot, then sorry, folks. Unscripted.
I don't feel like that's a time for that's what she said joke. Thought about it. Yeah, I
I
guess I'm
said
gonna play the same game twice. That's what this computer wants to do. You
I
want to
said
open
that's
up the
all,
same game
not
twice?
that's what she said, but okay.
Oh yeah, my computer is trying to do that. Wait a minute. Ask manager.
See, if you're janky like me, you wouldn't be playing around with settings because you have no settings.
Oh, my computer decided it wanted to run the same game twice.
Hmm. And you probably would have never noticed with as much resources as you have on your computer.
Nope. What time is it? No, you know what I tried to order DoorDash. Right? And of course, they decided that every restaurant in our area is closed at the moment.
They're
So I
not.
can't order anything.
I do know that DoorDash goes by certain restaurants. So, like, even though there's a Subway that's 24 hours, literally, I'm not giving out locations, obviously, because this is going to go on YouTube. But the Subway is open 24 hours. But when you look it up, they go by the one in the middle of town, which closes at 10. Therefore, you can't get Subway, even though it's open. So, not that I
Yeah.
deliver food to myself. I just drive up there all the time. That's how I know.
I was hungry and I got a huge bowl of spaghetti from work today. Because someone brought in food for everyone. And yeah, I'll be honest, I kind of don't trust the cooking, so I threw it all away. I was like, oh yeah, when I get home, I'm just gonna DoorDash them, right? Nah,
And then
that didn't
DoorDash was
work.
like, no. Have you seen that?
And I'm too lazy to actually you know, go buy something. So yeah, I'm just to do without food, I guess.
Well, have you seen that TikTok video where the girl is commenting about the girl that has the half-open bottle of Hellman's mayonnaise just sitting in her cabinet, and she goes on about white people That's why they don't trust white people that bring stuff to the company potluck because E. coli Karen be bringing.
Yeah, this was from a white lady, and she she smokes all the time, which isn't bad. But I seen her car. I seen her mask that has never been washed. I
Oh,
just kind of don't trust the food.
see, I smoke, but at least I'm not like. I seen this car one time on YouTube. This guy was detailing it for a lady that got it for like $500 or something for their daughter. The car literally had the gear shift part where you shift it had been used as an ashtray. They couldn't buy the $3, however much it costs, ashtrays that they have sitting at the end that goes in the cup holder. No, they were putting the ashes out in the actual part that said park, neutral, drive, reverse, and the ashes would just blow away. That's how it got clean. Periodically, all they would do is scrape the cigarette butts. Apparently, that's the only thing I can figure. I don't know this 100%, but if you treat your car like that, and then you don't wash your mask, and then you try to give me spaghetti, no. I'll be nice and I'll take it, but mm mm. Your house probably has cockroaches. No, there's probably all sorts of cockroach eggs up in there.
I don't trust this lady's house at all.
Well, when I
Yeah,
grew up, the
like her
house.
food is good. Don't get me wrong, but today it's just like the spaghetti kind of smells a little weird. Huge bowls. What? At first it sounded really good, and then it was just like, you know what? I do not feel like eating this. I don't feel like getting sick today.
What if? What if she? What do they call that? Like what you do with wine, where you let it sit, you ferment. What if she lets her pasta sauce in the jar ferment for a couple years before she uses it?
And I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to beat the spaghetti I made the other day.
Right. You would eat it and you'd be like, "Oh, this is not as good as my cooking."
Like my family knows how to make some really good spaghetti, and I finally learned how to make it after they sent me the recipe. And yeah, it's hard to beat that.
Well, see, the thing that I don't want to burst your bubble or say anything rude because I've never tried your awesome spaghetti. But when I think of spaghetti, I think of like a quick meal that like you make because like a parent makes because they work. So they just throw the noodles in there, they boil until they're you know ready, and then you just
You see,
give them
that's
the
what I
sauce.
thought. Like, dude, honestly, I hated spaghetti for a long time. My uh, until my mom remarried, I hated spaghetti because that's what I always was. But then Gene showed them a new way of cooking it, and now it's like, nah, dude, this crap actually tastes pretty good. Like, it could be restaurant style. Like, you could get it in a restaurant and believe it.
The way that I view good cooking is taste it and think, would Gordon Ramsay eat this? Or would he throw it in your driveway?
So that's really good. You could say no to anything you eat. Yes, he's super picky.
There's a video he did a while back. Like, I think it's Kitchen Nightmares or something. He goes in this bed and breakfast, I think it was. Don't quote me on it. I'd have to find the video again. But he was getting mad because they had all this fish. And normally you like fish to be fresh, like fresh crab, whatever. But they had everything on deep freeze and they were getting it in bulk and having it for a while. And he's like, this is garbage. This isn't fresh. And then he finds this pigeon that's not supposed to be in the kitchen. And he literally tells the guy, the freshest thing in this kitchen is the freaking pigeon.
Well, at least he's honest.
A little too honest for some people. And that's something I don't get that these cooking shows. People come there and they're like, "Oh, I cook all my grandmama's recipes and so on and so forth," and that's fine. But they go on there and then they get put in the spot. Like, okay, we're gonna have a challenge. You're gonna have to cook with, say, tofu, and then it's the same thing. Oh no, my grandmama don't have no tofu recipes. So then they end up like bombing, and then they end up failing, and they're off the show, and it's I don't know why this happened, and and people feel sorry for them. Oh, I thought they had it and whatever. Me, I'm sitting here like, you got to look at it from Gordon Ramsay's point of view. A good chef could take anything and cook it, and it would come out delicious. That is the definition of a good chef. Now, we're not all cut out to be chefs. I can't cook, haven't tried. If I put my mind to it, I probably could. But I just know that if you watch like America's Got Talent and you hear some of these horrible singers, it just you're like, yeah, no, do you? You tried it, it didn't work. Now go back to McDonald's and make sure my slushy's right or whatever. You know my
You see, I feel like cooking
McFlurry.
is kind of its own thing in a sense. You
It's an
don't
art
have to
form.
be good at every aspect of cooking to be a good chef. You only have to be good at the part that you care about. So that's making fucking bomb ass ribs. And yeah, you better be able to make some good ass ribs, some good ass barbecue, you know? But if you ask that same person to make sushi and they don't do good at it, it's like, of course, I mean, that's what they focus on at their restaurant or whatever it is they do.
Yeah, cooking is like its own art form in a sense, and some people have it, some people don't. Like you see those videos on like social media where people are literally like making these desserts and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, that was so beautiful. And like my mom will make some of the stuff, and I'm surprised every time. I'm like, wow, it is delicious. But you got to really wonder, like hers turned out delicious, but does it taste as good as the person that made it? Could it taste better? You'll never know because you don't have that actual sample to taste. And a lot of times when you watch those cooking shows, like it looks delicious, but then Gordon Ramsay eats it and he's like, "Oh, the fish is too dry and the whatever," and you're just like, "Well, I don't know that I'm not tasting it."
He may be too picky. That could be the issue.
There's a clip of him going through a drive-through, and everyone's all freaking out because Gordon Ramsay's going through the drive-through, and he's yelling about the sandwich being wrong and the cheese being wrong, and the sad part was he was being honest, but it looked like these young kids were like, I can't wait to go tell my mom that my cooking was so bad I got yelled at. It's like by Gordon Ramsay. It's like some kind of like challenge now.
I think that's actually a meme in of itself, is being yelled at by him.
Yep, it absolutely is. Well, see, here's the thing. When you're that famous and you start out yelling at people and you get known for something, it's really hard to like not be known for that. Like Morgan Freeman, for example, if he wanted to not be known as a voice actor anymore, like where he does that like in a land for I can't do it, but you get what I'm saying. He he just couldn't. He couldn't be a cartoonist. Everyone would go, wait, Morgan Freeman's doing cartoons now? That's weird. Everyone would still remember him for that. Just like when you think of the actor Christopher Walken, what's the first thing that you think of? You think of his how he speaks. It's anatomy. You know, he just has that, and that's what he's known for. And if you're known for that, that's what makes you famous. Then that's how you're going to stay famous. And I hate to say it, but the more Gordon Ramsay yells at people, the more famous he gets. Because every time he yells at someone and says something, it trends on Twitter and on social media, and people add clips of it to other websites. I don't know if I've seen any on TikTok, but you get what I'm saying. And then more people watch it, and then it just makes him more famous. And it's all about some people have that fake it till you make it kind of mentality where it's like you can just keep doing it till you make it. And then there's some people that do absolutely nothing, just yell at someone because their food is bad. Bam! You're a star now. You're the angry food
Now,
guy.
I could be wrong about this, but when you say Morgan Freeman, the only thing that I think of is the fact that he's in prison.
He's not in prison.
Who was it? I'm pretty sure it's Morgan Freeman. Yeah,
No,
he got convicted and sent to prison.
no, you're thinking Bill Cosby or O.J. Simpson.
Yo, who the fuck?
Morgan
Oh,
Freeman.
yeah,
Morgan,
Bill Cosby.
yeah, Morgan Freeman's known for Shawshank Redemption. You know, that was
Oh, what
his
the fuck?
famous role. And yes, in Shawshank Redemption, he did go to prison. So you could say that in a sense, I guess.
No, wait a second. Wait a second. Actually, no. Morgan Freeman was accused of sexual harassment by 8 different women, and I want to say he ended up going to jail or prison because of that.
How come that never made the media?
It did. It was like years ago.
Well, then I don't know as much as I thought I did. I gotta Google this. I can't see Morgan Freeman being that type of person, though.
I think.
2018, 8 women accused Morgan Freeman of inappropriate behavior. It's from the C with the double N, so take it with a grain of salt. You know how the news outlets are. A young production assistant thought she had landed the job of her dreams in the summer of 2015 when she started work on Going in Style, a bank heist comedy starring Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin. Arkin. I'm bad with words, so just bear with me, people. But the job quickly developed into several months of harassment, she told CNN. She alleged that Morgan Freeman subjected her to unwanted touching and comments about her figure, blah, blah, blah. Innocent, got freaked out. What I don't get is you got these women that will literally, like, have relations with someone just because they're famous. But it's funny because a lot of people are like, oh, it goes viral, or it's like, oh, she got to have relations with some like basketball player, and now she's famous on Instagram and whatever. But see, other actors they don't want to do that. That's why you hear these rape allegations because see what they're doing is they're just trying to make it like everybody else, and they just want to be treated with a little bit of respect. But if they don't make it, then literally they can accuse that. I'm not saying that they did or didn't, but Johnny Depp, people still believe that he was innocent, and I think they found out that I always forget her name. She was abusing him, so the tables can turn very quickly. It's just a
Yep.
matter of perspective. Now, if you're a really good actor, then it's in your blood, like you can act really good, then you're a liar in a sense. If you wanted to lie and you wanted to sell a lie, to you it would be just like another acting role. You could do it and people would believe it. And I'm not saying that that's what a lot of actors do, but at the same time, you have to wonder what they're saying is true because once again, there's a lot of drama. It's like the way I see the movie industry is you hear about a lot of drama. It's like work drama. So and so doesn't like so and so, so and so said that so and so did this, and then it turns into petty whatever. The only difference is you got media outlets rolling with it, and then come to find out this person didn't do it, and then come to find out this person did do it, and it just, I don't know. And I'm not sitting here talking about celebrities because I say that I closely follow celebrities. I'm not one of those, and that's not what this I'm trying to make this channel out to be. I'm not just going to sit here and talk about celebrity news. But if the subject goes to it, we go to it. You know?
Yep. Okay.
I have no remorse for what I say. I'm not about the subject. I'm not going to apologize, and some of y'all may, if you watch this, may go in the comments and say, that was bad of you what you said about Morgan Freeman. I don't care. I mean I respect you for, if you watch this video, this podcast. I respect you, but I'm not gonna sit here and take sides. And we're definitely I'm gonna say this right now. No politics, no politics. We're not talking about politics. We're not talking about anything political. And I may even blur that out just so YouTube doesn't hear the word politics. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So we're trying to keep this channel angry free. That's a word.
Ah, god dang it. Game crashed.
I thought you didn't have these issues with your $2,000 computer.
Well, games are still crap no matter what kind of computer you play on.
It all boils down to everything's crap, just save your money, right?
Don't save your money, that's a bad financial decision.
Hey, I will give you credit though. I will give you credit though. You have nicer things than me. I mean, I'm sitting here podcasting on a microphone zip tied to a phone mount that has the little clippy part removed because it broke, and then my microphone's mono, so I literally cut the end off and just automotive spliced everything together, and then I shoved everything on the side of my computer so that the open end that's no longer shielded is at least next to the metal of my computer where it's plugged into to hopefully not get a bunch of interference. And I will admit, yesterday I had a little buzziness when I was playing around with the setup, and today, no, it's totally gone. And I'm gonna contribute that to what I did. Now, all you audio professionals out there may say, "Oh, that's not right. That has nothing to do with it." But whatever. I'm just saying it how I see it. I'm not here to offend anybody, and that's my main thing. I want us to all podcast, have a good time. And if you're, obviously, I don't have very many followers yet, so if you're new, obviously, like, subscribe, um, hit that notification bell for more content. But we're going to try and put podcasts out periodically, just talk about whatever, and it doesn't have to be anything. But so,
It
what
won't be
game?
about anything.
Say that again.
It probably won't be about anything.
Doesn't have to be. It just has to be funny, and it has to. People have to like it. If you can get someone to listen to two people talk for more than an hour and just they can just laugh and laugh and laugh, then that's good. But I can at least say one thing. One thing. I will not reduce myself to knock knock jokes.
I can say one thing.
What?
Oh god. There we go, getting demonetized.
That was like the first 5 sentences.
YouTube, if you're listening, the nut was not in the way that you're thinking. We were talking about acorns. But no, it's funny because I hear people talk about getting newer games and having the best setup, and it always makes me laugh because what you said back there about your game crashing, it just goes to show you can have all the resources in the world, but the companies putting this stuff out still don't know what the hell they're doing.
Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red, we're looking at you.
Hey man, don't call them out because then they'd be taking legal action against you for hurting their feelings.
Ah, shoot. Cutscene. Cancer.
Can you imagine smiling going into court as you're being sued by a game company because you talk crap about them on the internet? And then literally they're like, "Why are you so happy?" And you just literally show them your bank account and go, "You ain't getting a dime. I'm broke as hell."
Bro, I spent $160 the other day. I don't know what I own. I don't know what I bought.
Why? Don't you watch your bank account?
No, it's not that. I think I spent $50 on a plate of food.
See, I be living that hot dog lifestyle, and you be over there eating that filet mignon.
Well, I can't. I still can't believe it. I had a freaking was it $30+ pork chop.
Was it
$30 pork chop.
was it at least a good pork chop?
Oh, dude, no, it's the best one I've ever had. I never had anything like that.
Well, that's
It was
good.
so dang good.
That's good. See,
We changed on him.
if I ever become really rich, I still would be the cheapest person. I'd be like, I ain't paying $30 for no pork chop.
I'm definitely a cheapskate.
You say that, but then you spend $30 on a pork chop.
No, no, it depends on who you compare me to. I'm a cheapskate compared to a lot of people. Bill Gates.
Donald Trump.
I
I shouldn't mention the D word, the D name in this podcast. It might get people angry in the comments. I can guarantee you one thing though. I can guarantee you one thing though. We all have our cheap ways, and I don't care who you are. There are things that are so overpriced and so stupid out there that even like I'm gonna throw Jerry Seinfeld out there. I don't know if he's ever done this, but I just picture him because he's got that the what his reaction from like the Seinfeld show. Just picture him in a store and all the money in the world he has, literally going $30 for that. That ain't even worth the toilet paper I wiped my rear end on earlier.
Graphics.
But then you got rappers and rap songs. They talk about they spent money on stuff, and you're like, why? And I can't pull one off the top of my head, but you know what I'm talking about. You've heard those where it's like I spent this much money on a chain, and you're like, what does it do though?
Oh, did I tell you I'm looking at buying a motorcycle again?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
I'm actually looking at buying 2 of them.
You gonna get your brother one?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that a motorcycle would be cool, but then there's aspects of it that kind of scare me. I mean, you have to. It's not like a car where you can't lazily drive. Not that I'm a lazy driver and don't pay attention, but like you have to watch for things you normally don't have to watch for in a car. Like I hear that grass clippings can be really bad. You can wipe out real easy on those. Don't know how true that is. Uh, I go by. I'm saying that by post I've seen on Facebook, but I don't know if that's true. Because as you know, we should always.
Honestly, you might have a worse time crashing in your car than you would on a bike.
Hey, we're
I just
not.
think of all the junk you'd have flying around.
Hey, we're not talking about my Geo Metro. We're talking about your decisions to buy motorcycles now.
No, so hold up. My outlook on it is, well, one, if I'm gonna live through a crash and I want to be freaking just fine, but I'm hoping on a bike, if I ever get in a wreck, that just ends it.
Yeah, you're just like, hello, Jesus, my Lord and Savior. And you're just pointing down and you're like, yep, I know.
Because I don't want to be like, for example, in your car. You get in a wreck in your car. it doesn't kill you, you're in for a bad. Right?
Surprisingly, in the geoform that I'm in, people have survived some pretty messed up stuff in those cars, and they're like, they don't know how, but they have.
People survived falling for stories. Doesn't mean everyone will.
You just have to be that one lucky guy. I heard a story one time. This I don't know if this is true. I just heard this. Take it with a grain of salt. There's supposedly a video somewhere. It was on a TV show. Don't know if this is true. But this guy was skydiving, and he pulled his main chute. Didn't go. So he's like, oh, okay. Now I'll get to see what this secondary chute's all about. Pulls the secondary chute. Doesn't go. Panic ensues, right? At that point, you're freaking out. You're like, oh, okay, so I got no parachutes. At that point, I would be trying to grab that backpack, whatever, because I'm thinking there's got to be some kind of area where they stuff it in there. They have to clip something over. Let's try and get it out manually. I don't care if I have to take the parachute off and pull it out manually and hold on for dear life. But no, this guy, he glides, and as he's about to hit the ground, he managed to finagle using his body, like to move him around, to land in some convenience store bushes, and he survived with barely a scratch. Don't know if that's true, but could you imagine like getting up like, well, the parachutes didn't work, but hey, thank God for the convenience store bushes, and poor Gladys is out there smoking her cigarette because no one's there, just freaking out like, where the heck did you come from? And he's like, oh yeah, the
I
parachutes didn't
would
work.
I would hope that if this ever happens to me, that I could find the funniest place to die in.
You just like
I just
fall
pick pick something stupid and be like, that's my target.
a
This is where
porter
I'm
potty
going.
with the door flopping open in the wind.
I hope I can hit my target. That's just to be stupid.
There's a
Maybe
tick.
find a target from up top and just hit the target. Just find the grocery store and just be like, yeah.
Could you
Going for
imagine?
the target.
Could you imagine skydiving, right? And you're floating, and you realize your parachutes aren't working, and just so happens that you can get to it. A military helicopter with doors open, and you just casually glide inside. And all of a sudden, the military is like, "Hey, what's going on there, buddy?" And you're just like, "The parachutes didn't work." They're like, "It's all good. We'll put you safely on the ground. Just don't look at any of this top secret stuff, okay? Or we'll have to, pew pew."
Oh yeah, that's what this is.
Are you still playing WoW?
No, I'm waiting on Call of Duty to do an update so I can play some Call.
Oh, which one have you been playing?
Cold War, the newest one.
Did they add zombies in the newest one?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Dang, I want the newest Call of Duty now. I was watching a video the other night about the old school World at War maps and how they were exploited and how they decided to make, as they added each separate map, how it got better. And I thought that was kind of cool. But
I
what
miss
I,
those maps.
well, what I don't like about Call of Duty is they had map packs, right? And you could see that their map packs were there, but they weren't released yet. They had all this list of maps, and then they released them little by little. You know for a fact that they had those maps already ready to go. Just dump them all at once. Let us pay the extra money to get them and be done with it. Like, okay, don't make me wait. But I get it. They're trying to hype things up, and they want people to like, you know what I mean? Be ready for it. Like, oh my God, we're ready. Like, we've been waiting on this. But it's like, boo hoo. Just put it out already. Like, I don't care. And I don't know about you, but playing the game as intended was not as fun as all those exploits we used to do. Remember all those good exploits where you go where you're not supposed to be?
Yeah.
I remember the map Ascension on Call of Duty Black Ops 1. You would ride the lander just right. and it would take you, and you could jump off, and you could go areas you're not supposed to be.
Oh my god. People listening won't know what I'm talking about. Look at your Facebook. Look at a comment I just made.
Ruh-roh, Batman. I hope you're not going to Facebook jail.
No, you tagged me in something, and now look how I replied to it.
I was gonna read it out loud after I read that, but no, because I don't want to offend certain people. And just for the record, people.
No, hold up. Do we care if we offend that group of people?
That's how you get followers. You don't offend everybody. It's not racist, but it's making fun of vegans.
Clearly, you never watched the Do. You never watched this channel.
Okay, fine. You want me to read it? I'll read it.
Hey, my download's completed. Now I can go rage quit in this game.
So, for context to the viewers, the video, it says, "Why the F aren't you vegan yet?" And the little kid, she says, "Why the F ain't I vegan yet?" And the little kid said, "Because I can see the veins sticking out of your neck." Well, this young, brilliant person, Lane, literally just sent me this, and it says, "Every day, thousands of innocent plants are killed by vegetarians. Help end the violence and eat bacon." I love bacon. I'm not going to lie. Bacon's good, so I can stand behind that. But I just don't want people to be all mad in the comments, okay? Don't get mad at me in the comments. It's a joke.
To be fair, if we talk about eating meat, I think we would offend the vegans.
Not if they're lesbian.
Yeah. That's why you can make jokes about the Amish people online, because they would never see any of this.
You, my friend, there's a special place for you. Down below. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay. I think as Americans, but I know that doesn't just. Let me rephrase this. Anyone can watch this video. As humans, we all have our flaws. We all have likes, we all have dislikes. Whatever. It's not our place to tell someone what they should or shouldn't be. We should respect everybody. Everybody. If they yell at you, just let it go. You don't need to. Okay, here's an example. So, when you go to Walmart and you see two people that don't like each other and they start disagreeing, why do they always have to start a fight in Walmart? Why is it called? I heard this in another video. I think he worded it. I had to go to the Fight Club. I think he literally referred to Walmart as the Fight Club. That's hilarious. I mean, you go in there and you can literally just people duking it out, and you're just like, why? What happened? And it's like, all I did was come here for milk. And then, not to give out my location, there's another classy grocery store that I think is mainly here in Texas. Because I am in Texas, but I'm not going to tell y'all where. But you go in there, and it's like, okay, this is a totally different atmosphere. Everyone's nice and respectful and whatever. And then my uncle, he was telling me that he stopped shopping at Walmart because he had $300 worth of stuff, and the lady turned her light off and just literally went home. Didn't was just like, sorry, I'm closed. And he was just twiddling his thumbs. He was like, well, what am I supposed to do? So he left. He got mad and he left. Well, he told me he started shopping at this other place and oh, it's so much better and this and that and the other. And he was dying laughing when I told him this. I said, you know why the atmosphere is better, right? All those other a-holes at Walmart, I call those the name of this grocery store rejects. Mm-hmm. Rejects. But they are. And it's ridiculous. I'll never understand why people get so passionate about things. Um, I shared a thing earlier on Facebook. I think I shared it. And my spelling is not the best. I will admit that. But even this had me going, wait, what? If I didn't share it, then it's probably because I thought it was funny, but didn't actually think it was funny enough to share. So no, I didn't share it. Basically, this woman was saying something about a man, and it was like, what are men are, you know what I'm talking about? And then it said some other incoherent stuff, and everyone in the comments was like, no, we don't know what you're saying. Like, what? And even I was like, it's not that it was spelled wrong. No, the words were spelled right. It was literally so backwards. Like it was like instead of saying like when your man yells at you because you didn't do this, well, men shouldn't yell at women. I'm not saying I agree with that, but she would word it like I are mad men yelling all the time. And you're like, "What? Who's yelling all the time? Men?"
Bruh. Okay. Not to interrupt you. This guy in the game I'm playing, he's talking about we're playing hardcore, right? He's talking about people rushing up in hardcore and they don't know how to play. This guy is playing with a like a 0.5 KD. Yeah, I am rushing like crazy, and I have a 3.0 KD right now.
Yep. Oh, how much zombies did you play back in the day? Because I had this guy come in the lobby with me and my friends and literally say, let's do this. He was all excited about having 3 other players. Didn't know that we were all friends. And literally says, I've been to around 20 guys. Stick with me and I'll help y'all get through this. And my friend was ghetto. And he did not hide it. He was like, wait, you gonna help us get to round 20? He's like, and the dude was like, yeah. And he's like, he told him just like this, fool, go look at the leaderboard. He looked at the leaderboard and left the chat. We had been to round 40. We doubled his max round that he had been to. And he thought he was hot everything. I'm talking like, I'm going to help you guys. We going to do this. He thought round 20 was hard to get to. It's like, no, I can get to round 20 by myself playing solo. Like, how bad are you as a player? And I'm kind of glad that he left because I was like, we was just going to have to revive him after round 20. He couldn't even be keeping up.
Well, this dude keeps talking trash, and he's just playing like garbage, man.
That's what they
Like,
do,
come
though.
on.
That's
Like,
what
this
they do,
guy's
though.
10th prestige, just freaking talking like he's a pro. And here I am. I'm not even prestige, man. I'm just getting it. I haven't played this game in like 2 months.
You
Three
want to
months.
you want to know how to really freak him out? Tell him that you're a Twitch streamer and there's like 40 million people. That's a lot, but there's 40,000 people right now watching him suck ass. Yes, it's never good to lie, YouTube. Don't lie. But it's funny to bend the truth. It's not like you're stealing anything from him. Hey, you never know. It may make him a better player. I have no idea. I do know one thing though. He's not very good.
I know one thing. He's level 265, 10 prestige with a 0.6 KD right now.
See, and I was never the strongest player on multiplayer. So right there, I can talk smack all day long, but I couldn't even beat you. Well, that was obvious when we played GTA and you kept killing me. I kept trying so hard, but I was like, oh, I couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? I tried, man. I tried. The little engine that could. More like the little
Bruh.
engine that could not.
10 prestige, level 265, 0.57 KD.
Wow.
And here he was telling people they don't know how to play hardcore. Let's let that sink in for a second.
He's probably like, "Hey guys, can you slow down? I'm not used to playing with people this good. You're gonna have to let me win so I can be better than you. Okay, okay."
Talking about how they don't know how to play hardcore, and it's just like, my guy, you're freaking going negative. You're getting outplayed by a level 55 that hasn't played in months.
I'd hate to see his bank account if you know what I mean.
Like, god dang, dude.
He be bragging
Hey,
about.
honestly though, this game's cross-plat. I gotta remember, I was playing against console players. So, and I legitimately, there were all console players that I was playing against. Xbox and PS4 players, or PS5, whatever. So, I mean, I did have a major advantage. Still, though.
No. I get that. But this guy,
It
he
was all
pro-
console players too, so.
this guy probably brags about his bank account. Yeah, ladies, I got all them decimal points. Yeah, with a negative in front of it. Well, see, console players, I feel like if you're a good console player, you should be able to handle a PC player. That's just the way I feel. Yes, they have an advantage, but if you're good at aiming and you're good at whatever, and I'm not going to mention names, but I have a friend. I watched him. He talks about how good he is, and I played. We were playing regular original Black Ops, and we were doing a one-on-one. Nobody else, just me and him, and we were on Nuketown. And he kept killing me, and I kept thinking, how does he keep doing that? Well, it took me a minute to realize because he told me this one day what he'd been doing. I forgot that there was auto aim, so I'd been trying to aim like normal, like actually play fair. And what he does is when he shoots, he literally just spams between not aimed and aimed, and literally the gun just auto aims each time, so he always hits the
What in the
target.
world is this? Oh my god, this map is freaking retarded. I love it.
Hey, we can't talk about people like that, Light. We have to keep it all age friendly. No, we don't. But we can't be making fun of people with disabilities. Okay, just remember that now. Now we all know that you may have a few, but we don't talk about that.
Oh my god, I love this map. I love it. This is perfect.
What what
This
is
map is quite literally the definition of chaotic.
you could if so people watching my stream can get a reference if you want. You can actually set your game to broadcast through Discord, and I should be able to put it in my video while we talk here in a podcast. We'll give them something to watch.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, here we go. hopefully y'all enjoy that, everybody. I full screened it for you, Lane, so now everybody watching this can actually see how.
Wait, is it actually coming through? Because
Yeah,
on my screen it's just saying it's
it's
oh,
coming. No, it's
maybe-
it's straight up coming through. So, cool. I think we may need.
Okay,
to
so then I need to pay attention to the game.
Yeah. I think we
That's
should
great.
actually just podcast like this. Just let you stream games you're playing and just do the podcast. It's better than them just looking at my logo that's going to be up. That just says the podcast name. Oh, he knifed you. He got you.
It's actually kind of lagging because of this now. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have started up mid-game.
It'll be okay. It'll finally, it'll maybe fix itself. I thought you had all the best resources, though. It's not lagging on my end, though.
It is on my end, and it's actually kind of messing me up.
How big is this map that you're on?
Seriously, you've seen the whole map 2 times already.
Oh, so it's like a Nuketown style map.
Ah, I understand.
Dunskies. Now, for those of y'all watching my podcast right now, I'm gonna blur out the names and whatnot on the actual not the Discord stream. So if you see a blur there, that's why, or some kind of thing that gets rid of that. But I think it's really cool that I can just live stream this. And it gives y'all more content, you know? Like, people love this stuff, man. What's low?
Green space reflection.
I have no idea what that is. I game and I know what half the settings mean. They mean nothing.
I mean, mostly everything is high. It's just there's some reason I had it on low. Oh no. Mute.
Yeah, good, because I don't want them coming through being racist on my stream.
Mute. More muties. Look, Xbox. This guy's a PC player. PS4, PlayStation, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Master Race.
What's with the whole debate about console players thinking they're better than PC players and PC players thinking they're better than console players?
There'll always be a debate. It's mainly different control types. Some people think because they're on console using a controller better than people using a keyboard and mouse.
Well, I'm not trying to start a debate in the comments about it, but it literally turns into this whole thing where it's like, okay, one is not technically better than the other. But I think people just get full of themselves. And I never understood people. Like, I get it. People work and they get on and they just want to play and have fun. But there are people, their whole mantra is they play all day, they don't have a job. And oh Lord, if you tell them that they are not good or they suck, they will literally rail you. They're just like, how dare you? And you're just like, well, what do you mean? Like, it's like, I don't know.
I should have had that.
Ooh.
Same guy, crouching.
Campers. Hey, I'm gonna go out and say it. Is that a Pinto?
Looks like it, right?
Literally does. Ooh, you're lagging on my end. It'll pass.
Just ignore that.
Oh no.
As I said, I haven't played in months.
Hey, you're still doing better than I would, you know.
I don't know this map. Ah, god dang. He should have died. That man.
I remember the good old days where you'd first start out, the first round of zombies at the beginning of the night, and then y'all would die horrible on round 2 over some BS, and then all of y'all at the same time couldn't admit that y'all all suck, like we all suck. It was always like, oh, that was just a warm-up round. And then that night turned into 40 warm-up rounds later, and now we're at 30. And what used to suck so bad was when you'd be at round 30 and everything would be fast-paced, and then you go back to round 1 and you're like, oh, this is so slow. It looks like you're on some kind of movie set. Forgive me, YouTube, if my eating is loud.
My plane have ya? I'm turn back around, we flip spawns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this. Ah, I knew he was a camp right there.
But I think it's funny. That right there. He didn't even see you coming. Didn't. Oh, well, he saw you coming. Everything moves so fast. It feels like, like I mainly played the original Black Ops, and nothing seemed to move this quick. But I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, gotta set something up. Oh, buddy then.
Tally ho! Do you use your little spinny thing at the top, the hood, whatever that's called?
I hear something coming. That's what I heard coming.
Ouch. You know, he's feeling so accomplished right now. I got him finally.
It's fucking kill streaks.
Well, say what you want. He didn't even try. His buddies did though.
Now you see what's happening right now is it's a kill streak, so they're waiting it out. I'm gonna die. I heard it, but I couldn't do anything about it.
And then there were 4.
Oh my god. I thought the kill streak killed him. It was shooting right at him, and the guy just like.
Oh no. Ooh.
Doing horrible this
That's gonna hurt in the morning, if you know what I mean. You need to go upstairs. That's what I do. I go upstairs and camp. I'm that a-hole.
Ah. Bro, I hate this map.
Yeah,
There's some maps I just prefer. This map is not.
it looks interesting, but did they ever bring Nuketown back? It seemed like for a while they just kept bringing Nuketown back.
Oh no, it's here. It's staying here.
Ah ha ha ha! He didn't see that one coming either, man. Victory, so you won. Not bad. It was close. Well, let's see what happens next. You must have good internet ping all the time. My ping is through the roof. But with that being said, now that that map is over, I'll catch y'all guys on the flip side. I'm going to end the stream right here. Once again, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, see more cool stuff like this. So, peace out.